Today, lawmakers forming a coalition with leaders from other states pressed PJM and other experts about the growing energy crisis.
Residents in several states, including Maryland and New Jersey, all dealing with high prices. Republicans argue state policies need to change.
Fox 25 Jessica Babb has more of their calls to action.
In simple terms, to make energy more affordable, you need more of it on the grid. But in many states across the region, lawmakers say there's challenges in getting that done. So today, lawmakers in many states met, saying they want to roll back green energy policies.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here today.
At the Harrisburg state capitol.
This hearing is called to order.
On Tuesday, lawmakers coming from near and far.
New Jersey comes to this hearing today in the midst of a crushing energy crisis that is skyrocketing prices and leaving us vulnerable to future brownouts and blackouts.
Gathering from Maryland, Pennsylvania,
increased prices across the board,
New Jersey and Virginia.
Our families and our friends and our small businesses cannot afford this reckless agenda of this green energy push.
All sharing the same frustration.
So together, Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey, and Virginia, we're taking action.
With PJM,
we are not predicting any kind of blackouts today or in the very near future. However, together, these trends, without a significant course correction, could result in, for the first time in PJM's history, an actual deficit in resource adequacy.
Totally unsustainable.
And other energy experts in the hot seat.
States cannot demand reliability while denying the generation necessary to provide it.
The issue is simple.
We need supply.
With more energy needed to power cars, industries, and the large load of data centers, as coal plants close, there's a supply and demand issue, especially since a lot of the new projects to replace them are forms of renewable energy, like solar, which don't produce the same kind of energy. For Maryland, we're importing about 40% of our energy, a lot of it from Pennsylvania, meaning we're still using the fossil fuels they produce.
I don't know that this is the time for blame. Criticism.
But you are getting blamed.
We are getting blamed. And there are things that we can control and things that we can't.
And while PJM isn't casting blame, Republicans are, pointing to policies put in place by Democrats and initiatives like the Greenhouse Gas Initiative they argue have caused power plants to go off the grid.
We want out of RGGI. We want out of the clean energy mandates.
Republican Delegate Brian Chisholm argues the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative has in part led to 5 power plants closing. He says the state needs to be more attractive for power producers.
It's such a massive tax that is put on the power producers that then goes down to the ratepayers that we all pay for. They look at RGGI and they're like, we can't afford to operate in the state of Maryland, and that's a problem.
If the governor has to sign legislation, how likely is that to actually happen, and what's your plan for when that doesn't happen?
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. I mean, they're just so beholden to the green energy mandate.
A spokesperson from Governor Wes Moore's office says the governor is focused on providing relief to Marylanders and says the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative supports that mission and has a proven track record of saving ratepayers money, building new clean energy, and reducing pollution. They also say that the initiative supports existing clean energy sources like nuclear power. How do you plan to work with other Democrats to get nuclear and natural gas projects on the grid?
We're always open to working with Democrats on real solutions. My concern is they say these things, but just like we saw last year, we get to the end and they really don't provide any results, any solutions for what we need. We need more supply. And if that is green energy, fine. But the problem is right now they've approved in the queue 38,000 megawatts of green energy, and not a single one of them can put a shovel in the ground. We need to keep the plants that are online right now continue to stay online. If the Democrats can come to us with some sort of a solution on how we do that or how we produce energy today, we're willing to listen.
While many Republicans met today, weeks ago, I also talked with Senate President Bill Ferguson, who acknowledged that this session they're going to have to go back to the table and have more energy discussions. And he says in addition to renewable sources like solar and wind, he said natural gas is also on the table. In Harrisburg, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.